Hey, this is India Love, and you're watching thisis50.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Boom, and we're here with the lovely India Love.
Hey.
You guys may know her as the model, the reality star, but you guys may not be familiar with her as a new recording artist. So the first question would be, being that you've been connected to so many music personalities, music figures, I guess I would say, why would you want to be in the music business? Knowing what you know from behind the scenes and everything like that.
Right, it is a crazy industry to be in, but I more so am in the music industry myself so that I can unpeel these layers of myself that I don't know. I'm only 22 years old, so I just feel like there's so much about me that I don't know. So many talents and just things that I hold myself back from just because I self-doubt a lot and everything like that. So I'm just honestly doing this just to be more so of a motivation of myself, let myself know I can do any and everything, and there's not one thing I can't do. Will presented this opportunity to me, so I'd be crazy to say no. So yeah, it's just one of those things.
So you're saying that music is a form of therapy now for you?
Yeah.
So what made you start recording music?
Will sat me down one day. I started out being the brand ambassador for his Apple headphones called Buttons.
And you were in the video.
Yes, I was in. That's where I started off. I was in his video. It's called Boys and Girls. Then he went to brand ambassador of the Apple headphones. Then from there he sat me down and had a meeting with me and was just like, look, I see more in you that you probably see in yourself, and I want to bring that out of you. Would you trust me enough to just try it? Just try to do music. And I was like, okay, I would be crazy to say no to that. So I was just like, I'll try it. And then that same day, actually like minutes later, I got in the booth and recorded my first song, Loco, which is the song that's already out. So yeah, he made it like, a reality real fast.
Okay. And then your sister does music too.
Yeah, Morgan.
So did that help you
she helped me like get more comfortable with just being in the booth. I'm very much not a talkative person. I have a hard time just talking in general. I only speak when I'm spoken to type thing. So it's hard for me to just randomly just talk. So rapping and singing is just like beyond that. So she helped me get comfortable with just being confident in there. And Will actually mentioned to me he wanted to produce a song with me and her on it, so can't wait for that. So.
And then being that you and Will are both from Compton, and Will is, he's used to judging talent based off, on TV where he judges based off of just the voice by itself, and then he'll turn around and,
Yeah.
So what do you think he saw in you that you didn't know that you saw?
I wish I knew, because I'd be a whole different beast right now. But he might have just saw a lot of creativity in me. I'm very hands-on with a lot of fashion different stuff that I do. So creativity, I have a real good work ethic. I love to work hard, and I think he just saw a lot of different qualities that made sense.
And then being that Loco was pretty much the first song that you recorded, and it became like the first single and the first video, like when you first heard it after you got out the booth, did you feel confident enough to be like, this is gonna be the first single?
No,
or?
when I was recording it, I hated it. Personally speaking, I'm just being real, I did not like it. But I knew that it would attract a different crowd, a different lane, a different pop music, London, nightlife type of sound. So that's where my head was at. Was like, okay, maybe we'll have different types of people gravitating towards who I am as an artist. So I just put that out on the trust of just trusting Will's whole mindset. He thought he knew what he's doing, so I trusted it.
Yeah, he does. He definitely has plaques on plaques on plaques, on hits and hits and hits. But being that you say that you're shy, what made you allow yourself to open up to Will, just to be like, okay, well, he's gonna point me in the right direction?
His knowledge. He can speak to you for literally 5 seconds and you'll gain this crazy amount of just knowledge. He drops gems every sentence he gives you. So it's just, you trust the fact that he knows what he's talking about. He sounds very, very intelligent. He makes sense of everything he does. So it's kind of a no-brainer for me to really give him my trust, because as you can see, everything around him is just, futuristic and legendary, so I would love to be a part of that. So.
And then what do you admire about Will the most?
Everything, but mostly, let's see. He's very selfless. Everything he does is for other people. He has his own like charity. Everything is just very much for everyone else, which is kind of like the person I am. I love that about him. He's very, very smart. Very smart with all his decisions, everything he does. He's very futuristic. If you want a taste of the future or want to know what the future is going to look like, go straight to Will. So those are like some of the great qualities of him.
And then being that you said the charity work, you also do charity work 3 times a week, right?
I try to do as much as I can, but since I work, it's kind of like my schedules get whatever. But I work really closely with this girls group homes called Dreamcatcher Foundation. They're located in Los Angeles, and I go there every so often to do just group activities with the girls. There's about 15 to 18 girls from ages 15 to 18. In one home, they have like different homes. But I just do like self-love games and just different ways for them to like come together as sisters and not fight and be so, you know, upset and everything. I know how that is, living in a house of 4 sisters, so I just try to drop some gems on them, try to be the walking example, because I just feel like I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I have a lot of stuff on social media, people seeing that's just like craziness, but I like to tell them like, look, I did that, but you shouldn't do that, or this is why you shouldn't. So yeah.
So do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I learned my lesson, so shit. I let them know.
And then talking about social media, now that you're in the music, and being that music is a driving force in social media now, like, how do you feel about the responses that you get from your music? I
really don't try to engage in my responses, because that's not what I'm doing it for. I appreciate everybody supporting me, and I love it, and obviously that's how the music industry works, but I'm not seeing like if somebody likes it or doesn't like it. I'm just more so appreciative of the people who are supporting me, just because this is a project that I'm working on to develop myself. So it's one of those things where I just try to have tunnel vision and just focus on my music and keep going regardless of what people are saying.
Does opinion matter at all?
No.
I
mean, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, so it's like, what can you do about it?
Okay, but would you say that you've heard music before from your favorite artist and you didn't like a song, and you know you voiced your opinion saying I don't like this?
I never voiced my opinion on it because it's not my, you know, it's not, I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to speak on it if it's good or bad. It's just, you know, one of those things. But if I support you, I support you. You know, that's just how it is.
And then who are some people that inspired you musically?
Khalees, for sure. I love Khalees. She's so creative and dope. I love Nicki. I love how she raps. She's like a female version of Wayne, and Lil Wayne's one of my favorite rappers, so they go hand in hand with me. Yeah, them two is really good inspiration for me.
Okay, so is that what you're listening to when you usually get ready at night?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the playlist for sure, but it's just a mixture of different people, so.
Come on now, you know Boys and Girls is in the playlist.
All Will shit is in the playlist. All Will stuff, Black Eyed Peas, Will himself, all that is on my playlist.
And that's a shameless plug right there. Everything she said about will.i.am is a shameless plug. Not to say there's anything wrong with that.
No, that is my partner. Like literally, we go hand in hand. Anything he's working on, he incorporates me. Anything I'm working on, I incorporate him. He believed in me, so I'm always gonna be like the person who just makes sure he's tied into all my projects. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, being that you're signed to him as well. So.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel, or being signed to such a megastar? Do you feel like, do you ever feel any pressure? Do you feel like you have a lot to hold up, or do you just like go with the flow, just let it come as it comes?
Honestly, I pray on it and I just let God handle it, because if I tried to handle it, my brain would be everywhere and I'd probably drive myself crazy. But it is a lot of pressure just being on Will's team, just because he's like this, you know, this person. I want to be of that, so that's why I always look to him for any advice or knowledge that he gives me. So it's a really good team to have, and I don't really get like too pressured up, but I do feel like, you know, sometimes I gotta step my shit up just because he is who he is.
Okay, and then you got Loco, and then you got a new single called Trouble, right?
Trouble.
Okay, what is Trouble?
Trouble is a song that Will and I recorded in London. While I was recording it, I did not feel it. I was just in there, and I was just like, I was just talking. When I come over, boy, you in trouble. Like that was just, because that was my vibe. I just did not feel what I was saying. So Will's like, well, halfway through the song, he's just like, if you're not feeling it, you can come out the booth. I came out of the booth. I never ended up finishing that song, which is Trouble. a week later, he made that half a song into a whole song. He's like, look, it's perfect, it's a vibe. I'm like, I know how I felt, and I felt like shit when I was making it. I was literally making it with the attitude of, I don't like it. He's like, I don't care, we're not redoing the vocals, we're not doing anything else. We have it, it's perfect, let's shoot the visual. So I really didn't have a choice with Trouble. This was all Will's like, you know, idea. He made sure I stuck to it. He's like, just trust me, I know you don't like it, but just go with the flow. So that's what I did.
Yeah, because there's a lot of hits that have been made when people did not feel it.
Exactly, right. So he's teaching me that because I didn't know.
So if you ever don't feel the song, you be like, that's it, that's a hit right there. I don't like it.
But now
I don't like it.
Now
I don't like it. So, so that's you got
it's a blessing in itself. Yes, yeah, for sure.
So do you plan on having your siblings come in and help you?
I want them to be in my videos. I want my sisters to be on. I want to make a song with all my sisters on it, even though, you know, they don't rap and shit. I just want to put them all on it. I like creative, cool stuff. My family is very, very important to me, so I'm always going to be like tied into that with them as well. So.
Okay. Yeah. And then being that now you're taking a different stance than a normal recording artist because you're actually putting out the visuals with the song.
Yeah, visuals are very, very, very important to me. I feel like I'm the total package. I don't think you can just listen to me. I think you need to see it and feel it and like vibe with it, just in general with me. So I feel like none of my singles are ever gonna come out without a visual. I just made that a #1 rule for me. And I just feel like that's very important to like everything that I have going. I'm a visual artist more so. I would create myself as that. So.
And then already having an established fan base of 3.7 million followers on Instagram alone.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like that makes it easier for you to come through or come in as a recording artist?
I think it's just as hard as anybody else becoming a new artist because it's totally new. I feel like my supporters and people who follow me were only following me, not only, but just because of my photos and just the stuff that I highlighted, which was my body and like whatever. So that's what they got. They had no idea that I was working on just trying to become more of a personality for them to relate to so that they can gravitate more so towards me. So they kind of were caught off guard in a bit, I would say. A lot of my followers were. But now that I'm being more consistent with it and I'm showing my more serious side, they're kind of like catching on and really vibing with it. So it's kind of like a back and forth thing with them.
Well, are they like they're supportive of you?
Oh, of course, yeah, 1000%. Yeah.
So do you have a nickname for your?
Well, my nickname, I used to call myself Illy, so they're Ill Nation. So that's my Ill Nation. Or my little sisters, I call my little sis on my comments and stuff. So all that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, and then now that you're getting your feels for the music, like do you want to work more on personal content, or do you have a message that you want to present?
It's always going to be my story behind my music is just self-expression and being comfortable with being you and comfortable with being how you look and everything of that sort. So however that's going to tie into my visuals is definitely always going to be one of those things. But as far as my music goes, I mean, I don't know how to write yet, but I'm in the process of learning how to write. Will writes most of all my music right now, and he has that connection with me to where he knows what I've been through and how I've been through life. So I'm never really going to put out a piece of content where it's just one of those things where it just sounds good. I kind of want it always to have like a real message behind it or really just a dope meaning.
Okay, and then the 2 videos that you've put out already, being that you say you're a shy person, in the videos you are very expressive. And very,
of myself.
Yeah. So see, how is it like?
Because it's a huge difference to me. Like I'm very comfortable with my body. I'm very comfortable with myself. I feel like I'm a piece of art. I feel like God made me like perfect just the way I am. I don't feel like I have to nip and tuck anything. So I take pride in the way I look, in the way like, you know, all that is. So me looking at it, I look at it in a more artistic form. I feel like people look at it in a more raunchy, you know, revealing form. I just personally feel like it's all about the way you look at it and how your mind works through it. I'm not, you know, just busting it open for people, but I'm trying to make them see how it's like more of a creative, artsy type of judge and not like, oh, I'm getting naked for like the video. It's like totally different. So. And
then being that, how long did it take you to be comfortable with yourself? Because I know it's a lot of girls out there that like see you and they're like,
This is a
Oh
good
man,
question.
like
Yeah, it took me a long time to get comfortable with myself. I was in elementary school and I had big boobs, and there was nobody else on drill team in like 3rd, 4th grade that had boobs. So like I was going through it in my mind, like putting 4 or 5 bras on. I never wanted to show it. I went through this whole phase of life from like elementary school to like maybe the end of middle school of like trying to figure out what it is about myself that people were attracted to, but I didn't understand. Like I wasn't like, I went through a tomboy phase, I was a skater, I liked robots, like I went through this weird stage, but I was just like, people weren't viewing me as that, so it was just caught me off guard a little bit. But I would say it took me maybe until sophomore year in high school to really like get into this, okay, self-love, you have to love yourself before anybody else can love you type thing, all that stuff, self-confidence, all that. It started happening towards the end of high school.
So what did you do to develop that type of confidence? A
relationship with God, more so. Writing down how I felt and kind of just speaking to myself in the mirror also helps me a lot. You kind of just have to know for yourself that like your self-worth is like one of the most important things, period, in your life. So I got that, reality check. My mom sat me down and talked to me, and then from there, sky's the limit.
And then having such a huge social following, I know you get a lot of messages from girls all over the world asking you like, how can I build that same confidence in myself? Like, what are some things, or what are some methods, some tricks, and maybe some stuff they can read, or maybe poems, or anything that you provide to them?
However they feel just about their stuff, and in that day, I feel like they should definitely write it down. Journaling, diary, all that stuff is really important to reflect back to, because it's always going to be down days, but then there's always going to be good days. You can reflect back and be like, damn, I went through that, but I got through it and grew through it, and that's how I am today. So journaling for sure is really a good one. Reading the Bible is really, really important, but I also do daily devotionals, so these little books. There's a really good one by this girl, I forgot her name, can't plug her, damn, sorry. But it's called Be Inspired Daily. I know that's what the book is called. It's a daily devotional book. I do it every morning. It gives you like a short paragraph, real positive, just starts your day off really good. And yeah, positive thinking is very important. I used to be a negative thinker, and I just, everything that came out of my mouth was a curse word or a bad word or something like that. But switching my mindset definitely helped switch my life and how I viewed everything. So. Yeah.
Okay. And then has social media had an effect on how you approach music?
Not so much, because on social media I'm very much. I do and say whatever I want on my page, and with my music, I'm very expressive of myself in the same way as well, especially in my music videos. Like I don't have any boundaries or any type of like whatever I put on myself, I kind of just feel it out, vibe it out, yeah.
All right, so tell us how the logo came together. Like what story inspired that? What is a personal thing that happened to you that inspired that song?
You gotta ask Will. Like I said before, I don't write my music right now.
Can he talk to you first and then be like,
that was the first song I ever recorded. So he had that already packaged deal ready for me to just go in there and record. So
he didn't tell you like where he got it from, like.
No, not so much. But I'm pretty sure it's from like a creative, cool standpoint. The video, everything about it is just. It's a pop record, so it's just bouncy and just makes you move. So that's a lot of his music's like that. So yeah.
Definitely. And then moving forward, what could you say is some type of music that you plan on releasing?
I don't really have a title or like a hip hop or R&B, like one of those. I feel like I'm creating my own lane right now, creating my own sound. I'm not really looking for a category to go into, more so creating my own category. I love artists like Janae Aiko. Her sound of music is so beautiful to me. How she's singing, but it kind of sounds like she's talking a little bit. I'm taking inspiration from a lot of people and just trying to figure out my own sound. I still don't know my own sound yet. That's why I have like a song like Loco where it's a pop song, and then Trouble where I'm like singing vibey. I'm just trying to find my judge right now. So it's very experimental phases, but I'll find my real niche right now.
Who would you say is more of your fan base? Is it female driven or is it male driven?
Well, technically on Instagram, since I did the insights thing where you can see, it's 50-50 right now. So it's 50% girls, 50% guys, which is really dope because I thought it was more guys. So thank God. I have like the female audience is there still, which is I'm really grateful for.
Well, females are the #1 consumer of music. So.
Oh, great. Thank you for telling me that. But yeah, for sure. Them.
So you're going to have more music for the ladies, or you're going to have more music for the fellas?
Both. It might be a song for the ladies, but a visual for the fellas. That's what I might switch it up a little bit.
That's what's up. Okay, and then being that your visuals are a bit risque at times, like do you ever consider like younger audiences and what their perception of you is, or do you just like it's just a vibe that you just
my
feel
mom always told me what other people's perception of you is none of your business, which is my business. So I try not to think about other people's perception of me and just worry about my character and who I am. But I do have nieces and nephews. I have like 10 younger ones who like, of age. They love my logo song, but then they want to hear Trouble so bad. And I'm like, I don't know if you can hear Trouble, but they listen to other, older type music. So I don't know. I feel like this generation of younger kids in the crowd is very much different. They're growing up faster and more like adults. So I don't really know if there's much I can restrict from as of myself when there's so many other things that they're like exposed to, so to speak. So I do consider them at some, time and point, but I would hope that, their parents and whoever just, if it's not the right song for them, just,
change it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then being like, you talk about family being so tight-knit, what did your mom and dad think of your music when they first heard it?
My mom is very supportive of me, everything I do. My dad loves the fact that I'm doing music. He just wants me to be a star, period. So however that way manifests is good with him. Logo, the nephews and nieces, my mom, everybody loved that. Trouble, when I let them hear Trouble, they heard the whole song through. My dad was listening to it in the headphones, he was bobbing his head to it, and then he took the headphones off and said, I love it, it's just, you said pussy. I don't want to hear you say it. Literally, my mom and my dad, they both said the same thing. It's like, I wish you wouldn't have said the word pussy, but the song's great. So, I'll take that. That's the only complaint you have is that I said that word. Okay.
Okay, but what did your dad say when he saw the video?
I don't think I wasn't there. I didn't show him the video. So if he's seen it on his own time, but I'm not going to be the daughter to be like, here, Dad, look at me. Like, no. Not it.
Yeah, you're supposed to love me the way I am.
Yeah, he can figure that out on his own. He heard the song, it's doing great. He knows that everybody's loving it, so that's all he really cares about.
That's what's up. And then you sound really excited about your musical journey. So, what are some things you look forward to talking about in your music?
All of my, relationships or situationships that I've been in the past. I would love to bring up how they made me feel, what went on, whether a name is dropped or not, it doesn't really matter. I just want to get off the shit I've really been through, because I've been through some heavy shit in my life, and I feel like God let that happen for me to be in this position to be able to express it. So you can hear all that coming, but I also I want the music to develop me as a person. So however I feel like I change every month, honestly, my look and how I think and everything. So every month I get a different side of me, I feel like. So I'm excited about that part too.
Okay, and then how do you, being that you have to compete with the other females in music?
I don't feel like I have to compete.
It is competitive.
Society makes you compete. They do that whole competition shit. I'm just here for the developmental part. I just want to see myself become who I'm destined to be. So being an artist, doing music is one form of my artistry. I have so many different things that I want to be able to express. So
many different layers you gotta peel
back.
Exactly.
Like an onion, you just gotta peel it off.
Onions make you cry, don't you?
I make people cry.
Oh, I'm just playing. Okay. But still, even though, being that women are pretty much at the forefront right now with music on all genres, how do you feel about the current landscape of females and female music?
How is it? Are you asking? Like what?
Like, what is your take on it? Like, how do you feel? Like, do you like enjoy the fact that you guys are finally taking center stage?
I feel like it's too. What is the word? Everybody's so like at each other's neck right now. Like nobody. The guys are really like they help each other. Oh yeah, we can do a song together. Oh shit, we can collab. Everybody doing a song. Guys are really like very much like that. Girls are looking like, oh, she's fuck that. It's just very much like
Which doll are you?
Exactly. I was gonna say that. Like the doll situation that's going on is insane, but like I don't look forward to like the whole competition part of this shit. Like I'm trying to wear my way away from that and just try to, stay as steady as possible, as smooth as possible. Will knows how to navigate through not having any drama in the industry and music, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell me how to do that. So however that way happens, it's gonna happen. But I don't take any parts of the competition shit. I don't feel like I'm in anybody's category either. So it's just, let them do that.
So it's no females that you would be eager to work with?
There's a lot of them are talented. There's a lot of dope, talented. Young Thug's girlfriend, her name is Jerica Carly.
Yeah.
I've heard her. She just started doing music. Her voice and sound is dope. So we talked about collabing and stuff like that. I love new artists that are trying to, same shit I'm doing. Like
All the dolls are in.
I love Asian Doll. Is that her name?
Oh, you got Asian doll, Cuban doll, Trinidad doll,
Asian Doll.
white doll, black doll.
Asian Doll is my baby. Shout out to her. Yeah.
All right, and then lastly, what is a message that you want to give to your fans for anticipation for more new music?
The message I would want to give my supporters is to I really more so want them to know that I'm not looking to get I'm not the artist in the industry that's like trying to get the hit record. Like, oh, I can't wait to get this hit so I can pop off. Like, that's not in my intentions at all. If that comes, God's plan, I appreciate it. Thank you, God. But at the same time, I want to be able to have my music tell a message of me just growing into whoever I'm supposed to be. And I just feel like being an artist or being in music or whatever you're going to do in life, you really need to take time back to really figure out who you are. I personally don't know who I am yet. I'm still, like I said, peeling off these layers, and I feel like my music is going to show those sides of me where I get to just figure out who I am, just willingly, open, uncut for everybody to see as well. But I don't know, just, you can do any and everything. I never wanted to be an artist, but since the opportunity was presented to me, I would, of course, I would love to do it. So now I'm going to take on the task full force and see where it gets me.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, well, we got one more question. Being that this is 50, what is your favorite 50 Cent song?
Damn, my dad is the biggest 50 Cent fan. My dad is, he really is. His Best Friend is one of the cutest songs. I was your best friend. I want you around. I want you around.
So Best Friend?
Best Friend, I would just say that one for now. But he has a lot of bangers, for sure, a lot.
Can you name 5?
Why do I gotta name 5?
You said
he has a lot of bangers.
Best Friend is one. You can get away with one.
Okay, you asked me what was my favorite one, and that's my favorite one right now.
It's easy. Best Friend, just a little bit. Obviously in the club. And
I can sing them all for you. I'm not a title person. I'm not gonna know. Yeah. Shout out to 50.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you guys check out India Love. I don't even think you guys need her social media handle.
But just in case you do, my Instagram is India Love, spelled just how it sounds, and Twitter is India Love IMC, and Snapchat is, I made a new one. It's Love India W. All
right, make sure you check out India Love's two singles, Loco and Trouble, both on all the streaming platforms, all your favorite streaming platforms at that. So make sure you go add her to your playlist. And it was a pleasure.
Thank you. It's a pleasure as well.
All right, and we're out. Later.